guys, and welcome to the Monster Madness 2025 selection show. I know it's been a while. I teased this a long time ago. We're finally here. I hope you enjoyed the monster reveals where the monsters will be placed in the tournament. We have the location-based matchups this year. Like I said, a big change. So you can kind of already connect the dots where these monsters are. But let's get into this. Let's break this down and see which monsters are exactly in which fight, which location. So there's a lot of great matchups here. But starting off at the top left, we have the Battleship location, which is including Obsidian Fury and Breacher. The next one, we have Egypt, that has Kong versus Godzilla Jr. That's the way it lined up. So Kong is back in Egypt. In Skull Island, we have Mutavor versus Tiamat, which is an interesting matchup. We have a massive matchup in Hollow Earth with Shimo and Slattern. And moving on, in the Miracle Mile, we have Raiju versus Kraken. Next, we have Siberia, which will be Gypsy Danger and Leatherback, which is a rematch, but in a different location, so it's a lot different. In the Demon's Nest, we have Muto Prime versus Striker Eureka, tough matchup. And then we have Mega Kaiju versus Mechagodzilla in Scar King's Lair, a massive matchup I'm really excited for. But moving on, Hong Kong, we have Behemoth versus Kronos, a difficult matchup. Kronos still looking for his first win. In Tokyo, we have Gypsy Avenger versus Godzilla -1, another great one. In Hollow Earth, we have two of the weaker monsters, Warbat and Male Muto, battling it out. And then another Hollow Earth matchup is King Ghidorah versus Godzilla, a massive matchup. And moving on again, we have Surtur versus Ion Dragon in Egypt. The next one, we have in the Demon's Nest, we have Rodan versus Mothra, another rematch. And then we have two Battleship locations. We have Otachi versus Godzilla Ultima and Scar King versus Shin Godzilla, which is a unique matchup. But once again, those Battleship locations will be very tough for certain monsters. It'll be tough for basically any monster that can't fly or swim. So it's not ideal to get lined up in those locations. But those are all the fight locations. The big standouts for me, there's a lot of great matchups. I'm interested to see how Kronos does because he still has not had a win in this Monster Madness at all. So I think he could definitely run things. He could maybe make a run. But two matchups in particular, Mechagodzilla versus Mega Kaiju in the first round is crazy. And then Godzilla versus King Ghidorah is a massive matchup. Two monsters that would most likely get to the championship, but they have to hash it out in the first round. So I'll be very interested to see who ends up winning there. And then Shimo versus Slattern, another crazy one. You've got some rematches that have actually happened in the movies, which will be different because they're different locations. But nonetheless, I am very excited to see which monsters advance. Make sure you let me know down below who you think is going to win this bracket. The first episode will start next week, next Monday. And also, I have not picked the locations for the next round yet because I'm basically going to do another selection of the locations for the following matchups. I'll select everyone again randomly in a wheel. So if there are any recommendations for new locations, I will include them there. I'll include new locations for this tournament to find out what the rest of the locations are going to be. It's going to be important, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for some hype videos coming and get ready for the madness to officially begin February 24th. Thanks for watching and let the madness begin.